Hello and welcome to Volume 6 of the British Steam Index series. This volume is a programme with a difference, looking at numerous examples of steam locomotives produced for industrial use, rather than use on the National Rail network. It'll not be possible to follow the usual format of Great Western, Southern, London Midland and Scottish, North Eastern and BR Standard locomotives. Industrial engines were, for the most part, off-the-shelf designs by various locomotive builders, great and small, some famous and some lesser known. In these days of Eurostars, turbos and Class 66s, it's easy to forget that the original purpose of the primitive tramroads which ultimately developed into railways as we know them today were intended to serve industry. The original locomotion was built in 1825 for the world's first public railway from Stockton to Darlington in northeast England. It was engineered by George Stephenson for locomotive haulage, to enable coal from the South Durham coalfield to reach the sea at Stockton. Too hilly for a canal and too long for horses, the new railway caused something of a sensation at the time, particularly when locomotion successfully hauled a train of coal plus several hundred people, proving that locomotive haulage on iron rails was a practical proposition. Many commentators at the time doubted the ability of an iron wheel on an iron rail to have sufficient adhesion to enable realistic loads to be hauled. Locomotion proved them wrong. Even so, the vertical cylinders limited the new technology to around 7 miles per hour. Early locomotives had a tendency to emit flaming ash, were extremely noisy, and boiler explosions were by no means unheard of. Small wonder then that the promoters of early railways faced bitter opposition from landowners and other groups who considered that the perceived benefits were outweighed by environmental disadvantages. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
I'll give this a bit of a rake after.
This working replica of locomotion was specially built to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the Stockton and Darlington Railway in 1975. Another early locomotive replica is Sans Pareil, a competitor of Stephenson's rocket at the Liverpool and Manchester's famous Rainhill trials in 1830. Once again, the producers of the British Steam Index series of programmes are indebted to the efforts of the British Railway Preservation Movement. There are a number of working railways and steam centres given over entirely to the preservation of one aspect or another of industrial railways.